Alright folks, buckle the hell up because it's week 2 of our epic Australian adventure, and guess what? We're hitting the road for a jaw-dropping road trip. We're talking a colossal journey from the bustling heart of Perth all the way to the legendary Monkey Mia at Shark Bay. Kids, check. Bags, double check. We've got a car loaded to the brim with snacks and bottles of water, like enough to feed a small army. And yes, a snake bite kit because, safety first. And let's not forget a ridiculously oversized tub of sunscreen because this Aussie sun is no joke, my friends. We were heading to Kalbarri as our main check-in point, but we drove for hours to get to the bit before that. One was the amazing pink lake at Port Gregory. When the sun is at its highest, the lake glows a stunning pink. We just missed this on the way in and out, but you can still see the hue on the surface. We stayed overnight at Port Gregory Caravan Park and it was brilliant. Aircon, full-size bed, bunk beds, and a sheep out the front. What more could you want? All for less than $100. Showers, map check, and we were off again shortly after the next morning. We were sad to say goodbye, but this was definitely one we would recommend to others for just a quick pit stop. Next stop was Shell Beach. Now this one wasn't on the original list, but we did make a stop here anyway. Mushroom Rock on the Kalbarri coastline. This is a great short trail that descends down to the water and back up to the top of the cliff with stunning views out over the Indian Ocean. The history behind all of these places is absolutely phenomenal. The beauty of this coastline just takes your breath away. The blue sky and the even bluer water, the perfect opportunity to get out and get some photos. There's an honesty box at Kalbarri National Park where you pay $17 for your car to enter the area. Kalbarri National Park contains one of the most amazing views in this world. The Skywalk is a newer addition where you can walk out over the top of the cliff with the gorge below and the land as far as the eye can see. During the hotter months, the flies are terrible, so maybe get yourself one of those cork hats to keep them off your face. The Kalbarri Skywalk consists of twin skywalks. They're built 100 metres apart at the West Loop, which project 25 metres and 17 metres beyond the gorge rim and sit more than 100 metres above the Murchison River. You absolutely cannot miss nature's window when you're soaking up the stunning sights at Kalbarri National Park. It's like a must-see wonder of the world. You can choose to tackle the intense 9-kilometre loop walk that winds alongside the river, or if you're feeling a bit more chill and you don't fancy that, you can park up and take the 1-kilometre return hike there and back. Now, don't get too comfy about it because while it's shorter, it does have a serious flight of steps that will leave you gasping for air in the heat. The window is 100% natural, crafted and shaped by the wind and the elements, moulding the layers of the Tumblr sandstone. It won't be there forever, so if this is on your to-see list, do not miss it. It gets really busy, so remember your camera. Next up is the mind-blowing Shell Beach, and let me tell you, the name couldn't be more spot on. This beach is absolutely carpeted with an endless array of tinily, dazzling white cockle shells. And the water, it's like swimming in the most luxurious, warm, crystal clear paradise. Floating here is as easy as pie since the water is so salty that you practically bob like a cork. It's one of the rare gems on this planet where shells completely outnumber sand. Now let's talk about the history of this incredible spot. It's etched deep into the very ground beneath us, woven into the tapestry of the indigenous Nanda people, who have an unbreakable bond with their land and culture, and you can see it in their breathtaking art and vibrant cultural practices. Seriously, it's like stepping into a living history book. Evidence of their historical presence is scattered all over. They use their genius tracking skills and wisdom passed down through generations to navigate this rugged terrain like pros. They knew every twist and turn like the back of their hands, and it's absolutely mind-blowing to learn all about it. There's always signs up with information about the areas that you're at as well. It's a great read, especially if you've got kids. Next up was our accommodation. But it wasn't right, so we got moved into a better one. Brand new, bedroom each, right on the beach. You can see the water from out the front window. It was absolutely gorgeous. The kids shared a room, we had a room, and luckily there were fans in there as well because it was so hot at this point. So we are officially now in Denham at Shark Bay. We settled in for the night, had a couple of drinks, and Monkey Mia was our next stop in the morning. Here you can frolic in the sea or in the resort pool, even if you aren't staying on site. The food and drinks here are amazing, and we had an absolutely gorgeous breakfast. With your paid entry, there are 2 dolphin experiences a day. They're not trained, they are completely wild. They are comfortable enough that they come in freely at the same time each day without the need to be called. We even saw some stingrays and a green sea turtle. You are able to stand in the water during the experience, but you aren't able to physically feed the dolphins yourself at present, unless things have changed since 2023, and this is due to the fact that dolphins can contract COVID.
Another step out, trying not to get in the way of anyone's photo. The dolphins can't see up, they can look sideways, forward and back.
The experience is educating, fascinating and overall beautiful, but to be able to be so close to these stunning animals was amazing. The pelicans here are taller than Lewis. The emus stroll along the beach without a care in the world, and it just feels like paradise. There is also a catamaran tour that you can take. I have done this previously when I've been here before when I was younger. I believe it takes you out for the day and even stops at a nearby pearl farm where you can learn and purchase ethically sourced pearls.
So we'll try and, how many fish have we got?
The dolphins don't stay all day in the bay, but they do come back again later on. So after the first experience, we had a swim and played in the sand, watching eagle rays leaping out of the water in the background. We even got to see a dolphin chase some fish.
Nice big number, so we'll try and walk the crowd, give everyone a good look and get some good photos.
So Pam lost her tail and got that big sharp eye on her back. She's only actually a couple of months old.
The staff do tell you about all the individual dolphins that come in. They do learn to recognise their looks, their behaviours, and which ones that they are aware are having more babies and when the babies are coming in with the parents. Unfortunately, they're not always happy stories. It is called Shark Bay for a reason. We stopped at Little Lagoon, isolated and calm, ideal for a dip or a bit of fishing. Make sure to check for warning signs everywhere. It's only 5 kilometres from Denham at Shark Bay and 8 hours from Perth, so we had a long stretch ahead of us. Since it was our last night, we headed to the Old Perla restaurant in Shark Bay for some gorgeous food and a little bit of silliness before heading back. Stopped at the garage, fuel, food, water, clean the windscreen. I'll let Jack deal with that. We said goodbye to Shark Bay and we headed to one more stop before the long stretch back to Perth. This is Eagles Bluff. It was early in the morning, so the kids were still in their pajamas, but it made no difference because this view was exceptional. Again, there's plaques with information and history about the land that is so fascinating. If you look close enough, you will be able to see not just one squiggly line, you would have been able to see a circle in the water moving as well. One of them is not just a shark, the other is a giant loggerhead turtle, just swimming by, minding their own business in the complete opposite direction to each other. It was so easy to see, and I don't know if you'll be able to see on this or not, but we actually watched this turtle pop its head up every couple of seconds for a breath of air. You can see the mountains in the background. Back in the car and we're back on the road again, but this time we met some new people. Now remember to subscribe because we are actually making the move to Australia from the UK in the upcoming months. So we are going to have so much for you to watch. Quick refuel and stock up with more snacks and back on the road again. And just like that, it was all over.